Hi there. This is a video on how to navigate GeoGebra for our use in geometry. We're going to use GeoGebra a lot in this class, so it's really important that we're able to navigate it appropriately. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go make sure that we're in our geometry class. And when you're accessing anything in this class, you want to make sure that you access it through classwork. All right, so through classwork, you'll see that we have our first tab here called orientation, day one GeoGebra, day one file management. Go ahead and go through day one GeoGebra. And what you'll see here is you'll see the link for GeoGebra. All right, go ahead and click on that link. All right, and when you're at this link, what this will do is it will take you to, the main GeoGebra page, okay? And you've got all these different things you could do: start calculator, classroom resources, ready for tests, great apps. But what we're really concerned with is the powerful math apps. Under that, what you want to do is go down to geometry, all right? Because that's the class that we're in. Now that's going to create a new page for you. And the first thing you want to do, I'm going to sign out real quick, is you want to sign in, okay? So when you click on this button for sign in, what that's going to do is prompt you to create an account or use one of these accounts. And we're going to use our Google School account. So we'll click on Google, and once we're there, we'll go ahead and click on our school account, all right? And once we're in there, that's going to pop up and you'll see the first letter of your first name, okay? The first thing we want to do here, and before we do anything, make sure that yours says GeoGebra Geometry. If it doesn't, go back to here and make sure that you click on the geometry under Powerful Math Apps, okay? All right, so what I want to do is come into Settings, and I want to click on Show Axis and show grid, and we're just going to click on major grid lines. All right, so that's what we got. All right, now what I want to do here is we've got all these basic tools. All right, we've got points, lines, and polygons. Okay, and circles and segments, all that good stuff. But what we're talking about now, and what we're going to start talking about in geometry, are the three undefined terms. All right, and those terms are going to be point, line, and plane. All right, which is what we'll use the polygon for. So what I want to do, I'm currently in the move button. All right, so I'm going to click and drag so that we're over here in this area of our graph. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to plot a series of points, okay? I'm going to plot the point 2, 1, and that's going to be point A, all right? I'm going to plot the point 6, -3, and plot that as point B, and then I'm going to plot the point 7, 5, all right, and plot that as point C. So from there, I've plotted those points, okay? And what I want to do is create lines that go through these 2 points. Now, a line is created by a minimum of 2 points, okay? So when I click on the line button here under Basic Tools, it'll tell me down here, select 2 points or positions. All right, and remember, a point is just a location. It's just where something is, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on point A, and it'll prompt me to, I can put this line wherever, but I want to have it go through point B, so I'm going to click on point B, all right? And it's there. All right, I'm still on my line function, so I'm going to click on point B and then click on point C to make another one, and then I'm going to click on point C to point A to make my third line. All right, so I've got 3 lines here, 1, 2, and then 3. And what I want to do is I'm noticing that my A, my B, and my C, those letters are they're like on top of the line. And what I want to do is move them. So I'm going to use my move button to click and drag. Now notice how when I'm up here, my mouse just is my pointer, but once I hover over something, it's going to change to that pointer. And I can click and drag that point to wherever I want it, all right? And I can move that point over and do that, okay? And so that's how that works, all right? And so at this point, what I want to do, I've created lines, okay? And what I want to now do is create a plane, all right? And we need a minimum of 3 points to make a plane. All right, so I'm going to click on polygon here, and I'm going to click on all my vertices. I need a minimum of 3. So I'm going to click on point A to point B, then to point C, and then back to point A. You have to go in a circle or around those points and make sure you click on all of them, and then whatever you start with, you got to finish with that. Okay, so I have this plane now. All right, and so this plane is created by clicking on 3 points. All right, and making those 3 points. And that's what we've got. So pretty cool. All right, so that's what we've got here, and that's all we're going to draw. Now, the one thing we want to do in here is we're going to click on the More button. All right, and the More button is going to give us all sorts of things. And once we're done with this, you guys can play around with Geogebra. It's a pretty cool program. But we're going to click on the Text button. All right, and when I click on the Text button, I'm just going to click in some empty space, and it's going to prompt me to put in some text. So for what I want you guys to do, I want you to put in your name. All right, we're going to call this Geogebra Day 1 and then the date. And so today's date is the 2nd. Whatever day you do this, let's make sure we just put in the date, and I'm going to click OK. Now, all of a sudden, what you'll notice is that this is up here. All right. And if you're like, well, I don't like it up there, I want to move it over. One thing you can do is you can click on this purple move button. All right, that purple move button is the same thing as the move button up here. So you don't always have to like scroll up to get to move something. You can just click down here and it's easy. All right, so I'm going to click over here and drag that over here. All right, and we're good. All right, so once we're signed in, what I want to do now, we're done with this assignment, and you need to share it to me on Google Classroom. So what you want to do is click on your share button. All right, and when I click on the share button, it automatically is going to prompt me to save this file. Okay, and so let's just call it something. Let's call it Geogebra Day 1. All right, we want to make sure that we have our shared option highlighted, and then we're going to click save. Okay, and while it's saving, all right, all it's doing is just saving it, and then it's going to provide me with a link. All right, and that's what I'm looking for. All right, I want that link because this is what we're going to submit into Google Classroom. So we want to click the copy button, and from there we go back to Google Classroom, and under View Assignment, and let me go to Instructions. Once we are here, all right, mine looks different because I'm a teacher, but what I want you to do is go up to the Turn In button, all right, and when you click the Submit button, so when you click Submit or the Turn In button, it'll prompt you to create or add. Click on that Create or Add button, and then it'll say add a link. And once you click on the link, then you paste the link into that, and then you turn that in, and that will pop up. Do not, please, don't put it into the class comments. All right, I'll get the comment, but I want to make sure that you turn it into your assignment. All right, and so that's all you have to do. If you didn't already do this in class, that's totally fine. But I just want to make sure that I have this recorded so that in the event that you didn't get this done in class, that you can go through and work on this outside of class. All right, and turn that in. So please reach out if you have any questions, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.